Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Ugh. Hate when this happens. I forgot about Dre. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Hello there. It's Tuesday. How's everyone doing today? Happy Tuesday. Tuesday. Yeah, it's VZBOT Tuesday. We don't have the VZBOT out yet. I'm getting that right now. I've got to make some room. You are a Voron. I got so many printers out here now. Okay, so you go over there. And you rise VZBOT. There we go. There we go. How's everyone doing today? So today is part, I got Nerf darts in my VZBOT. Part whatever of the VZBOT build. And where we left off, where did we leave off? We left off last week. Yes, we did. With wiring. So we got, we did some stuff and then we had to undo some stuff. So I actually did some work off stream. I got it back on. Some issues with some mounts, I believe. So yes, Sambo Jones, why are you writing giveaway? Link in the description. Enter to win Polymaker printer chow. Link in video description. There you go. Enter to win. What is this, Twitch? You gotta actually do work here. So yes, so we are on part 6, I believe, of the VZBOT build series. The mechanics are all done. We are on to wiring this up. The form is closed. What do you mean the form is closed? I don't know what you're talking about. It's open to me. Maybe you should hit refresh because I totally just didn't make it open right now. I totally did not just make it open right now. It's been open the whole time. There we go. So yeah, so I've got ahead. I've got the actual, this is gonna be annoying. How am I gonna do this? Because I need to see this to wire it. So let's do this. You come here, and you do that, and you do that. There we go. That works. Hopefully I set this one to 110 before I mounted it. I think I did. I think I did. I think I did. So there we go. Yeah, so we got our controller board mounted. We got our 4 drivers mounted. We got our Raspberry Pi mounted. We got our power supplies mounted. I believe the Pi is powered from this. If not, I do have a 5-volt power supply downstairs. I could throw on this if I need to. Just clip it on. 4 drivers. These are the 2 each A and B motors. Remember Core XY? You have an A and a B motor. This, because it's all-wheel drive Core XY, we've got 2A and 2B. These are external drivers, high voltage 5160s, which are this power supply, which is 48 volts. And then these ones are regular 24 volts like everything else. So that is where we're at right now. 110. Canada's North America. It's all 110 in North America. So I think there's been some updates to the manual, but before we dive into that, some housekeeping, several things. One, hey, you, yes, you, do you, helps if I hit the right button for that. Do you want to win some Polymaker filament? Every stream we give away a spool of Polymaker filament. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance to win. It's totally open. You can you can enter it now. 2, shout out to print3dshop.org. Link for them in the description as well. They are the ones who sent me this kit that we are using on this build series. So this is a mellow kit. It technically is still in beta. There are things as we go through it, I'm finding I'm having to self-source and whatnot, and screw counts are out a little bit, but if you know what you're doing when it comes to building a printer, you shouldn't have any trouble. But yes, so shout out to them for sending the kit on the condition that I build it. No money's exchanged hand, words and opinions of my own, blah, 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 YouTube disclosure. The one PSU, I thought they both, power don't work that way. No. And then also on the Discord, the community monthly challenge is now live. Okay, so every month on our channel, we do a community challenge on the Discord, usually every month. I know it's a little late and it's a short time period because this month's community challenge is on the 22nd. Today is the 12th. So you have less than 2 weeks. But the challenge is really easy because you can enter right now. Go take a picture of your printer and or your printer setup and enter it. Simple as that. That's the community challenge, is just showing off your setup. The reason it's earlier, normally it's the last Friday of the month, is because the last Friday of the month, I will be driving to Bel Air, Maryland for Earth. So I won't be here. Simple as that. So yeah. When did I start doing what? The community challenges? It's been over a year. Was new mount for the drivers made? I don't know if they updated this mount. I ended up fixing this like right after stream, putting it on. So if they did use it, we'll see. I might do it. I don't know. Okay. So let's see here, because they did do some changes here, because the joys of following along with the manual, when you get to certain things, you can provide recommendations. So, water diagram, that's not it. There was something else I was looking at. Yeah, okay, so these haven't been updated on here. But like, let me pull it up. So one issue I called out was the labeling for the jumpers. How it was kind of like, okay, these ones aren't too bad, and this is kind of like, yeah. So this is new, I believe. But either way, it's going to be replaced with something like. Something like this, which actually lets you see exactly where the jumpers go and orientates them and what one's what. So yeah. Do I have a Discord? Jesus, yes. All it is required of you to do is check out the video description of the video. Like most YouTubers, all documentation and links are in the video description for commonly asked questions. So yes, check out the video description, because that's where that stuff always is. PF Dad has gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. Yeah. And then there was something else. Shoot. There was one other thing I wanted to bring up before we actually got into the build series, and I can't remember what it was. That's not good. Let me put these over here. Maybe I'll remember while I'm putting these over here. There was something else. There was something else. What was the other? Oh, for Tallboy. It looks like Big Tree Tech is hooking us up. So Tallboy is going CAN bus with the M8P. I think it's the Manta M8P with their SB229, like the stealth burner PCB CAN bus tool head. I think it's CAN bus. and all that jazz. So Big Tree Tech is hooking us up with some updates for Tallboy. So that means I can get rid of the wiring harness on that. So that's what I wanted to mention. So they're hooking us up with that. So shout out to Big Tree Tech for that. Now, what I would also like to shout out is where my crimper went, because I went live and I'm like, okay, I've got everything except my crimper, and I don't know where I put it. And I've got stuff from like 5 different builds on this bench, so I probably should clean off this bench. Anyone want an Polymaker manual? Do I have any reason to keep this? I think the previous owner printed it. It's going in the garbage. I don't need it. Where did my crimper go? Did I bring it downstairs? This is the problem with having 2 different work setups, is I move stuff between the 2 and I can't remember what goes where. And it's getting really annoying really quick. Are you in here? No. Are you in here? Nope. Are you in here? Yes, actually, never mind. Found it. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, what the heck, YouTube? I hit refresh. Come on, come on. Where'd chat go? Bring chat back. I missed chat. Bring me back to chat. There's chat. There's chat. I missed ya. There we go. There we go. There's a VZBOT 235 all-wheel drive on sale around here in Norway with water cooling, but he wants 17,000 NOK for it. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know what the actual value of an all-wheel drive is assembled, and I don't know what Norwegian kroner conversion rates are. So yeah. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. I don't know. Have you guys heard of smoothie boards and software? Taylor Llama smoothie boards. Smoothie boards now. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Smoothie boards. That, ooh. Back in my day. Back in the day, you had Duet, Smoothie, and Marlin. And Smoothie was the weird, semi-proprietary, only had a couple boards that featured. I know it was really popular with the laser folks. Smoothie kind of died. Smoothie's pretty dead. I don't think Smoothie is still a thing. Last I heard, it was still somewhat popular with the laser people for like running lasers. But in terms of 3D printing smoothie boards, I'm pretty sure that's a dead thing. Yeah. That was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Smoothie's dead. Okay. So let's just go through this and make sure we did everything that they wanted us to do. So this is the 330, cool. I didn't print the fanning, I didn't print the enclosure stuff yet, but we don't need that. Okay, because we're doing electronics, so we wired up all that. So we need to make this. So I don't have Wagos, and I forgot to print a connector for the SSR. So let's do that right now. Why are there 2 SSRs? Bed out, there's that. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get some Wagos. I did order some Wagos. Amazon has not delivered them. So I was hoping to use Wagos for this, but Amazon did not deliver the goods. Amazon failed as a delivery company. They did not deliver the good. And also the SSR does not come with that DIN clippy thing. So I do not have the DIN clippy thing. So I got to print a DIN clip for the SSR. So that is something else I have to do. And let me double check this. I believe this can power M8P, right? M8P? M8P Manta. Or no, this ain't, what is this? Super 8 Pro. No, that's not a snowboard. Apparently Super 8 Pro is a snowboard. Wiring docks for this is pretty Spartan. They're really like, you get this. This is the wiring docks. There really isn't too much to this. So a lot of it's kind of figured out on your own. I need to find the wiring diagram of the Super 8 to make sure I could power the Pi off of it. I believe I could power a Pi off of it. I just don't know for sure. And I want to double check that. And if so, where? Because we got to make a wiring harness for that. Hardware. Schematic. Oh, no, I want the pins. Pins. There we go, pins. Shouldn't the SSR be made of metal for grounding reasons? No, it should be made of metal for heat sinking reasons. So here's the thing. Let me grab the SSR. Is it in here? No. So, with solid state relays generate heat. The reason that this on the back of an SSR is metal is because you are actually supposed to mount this to a metal mount, like a metal sheet with literally a thermal pad, okay? This is supposed to heat sink, okay? When will I get my free filament? If you won, you will get an email, or if you, Polymaker will email you after you fill out that form. And then you fill out some stuff and they send it to you. A couple days to a couple weeks. It depends on like how busy they are and whatnot. So anyways, so solid state relays generate heat when they work, okay? This isn't a ground. It can act as a ground, but it's for heat sinking. So the thing is though, you're not actually loading these up pretty heavy. The SSR that I have in V226, my 5-year-old V2, okay, is literally sitting on a PETG plastic mount. It hasn't warped, it hasn't deformed, because the load that a bed puts on these is nowhere near enough to actually heat them up to the point where you need to heat sink them. Now, theoretically, on paper, following the manual, yes, you are supposed to heat sink. And technically, the little clip that, you know, most kits come with to clip it onto a DIN, that acts as the heat sink. But really, a 3D printer bed, as long as you get it properly spec'd, and this is a 10 amp Omron, you're not hitting it with 10 amps. You might hit it with a couple amps during startup, and then it's just keeping the bed at temperature, which isn't a heavy power draw. So, yes, you should heat sink these on a metal clip, on a metal surface, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, is it the end of the world if you just open air mount this like that? No, you're fine. You'll be fine. So we got to mount that. So we got to find a SSR clip. And get that going. I'm going to bring my Prusa out here at some point. Because I trust that thing to reliably start up. DIN SSR mount clip. Oh, here we go. Panasonic SSR mount. Horizontal DIN mount. I don't, will this work? It should work. That looks like it'll work. See, really you want the metal one, but this kit I don't think has the metal one. It's been 8 days. If you have any issues with Polymaker, unfortunately, I don't have any control over any of their stuff. I just send out the form. If you have issues with it, I'd say reach out to their Discord. Open a ticket on their Discord. That's probably your best bet. Because beyond that, I really can't do anything, unfortunately. So does anyone have a recommendation for a DIN mount for these? Because I don't have the metal clip, and I really don't want to buy the metal clip. Rates for lows, the percentage until heatsink. Yeah, they're really backed up. Yeah, they're really busy right now. Okay, let's print this one. Let's print this one. So download, spacer, and that. So that is that. Cool. Okay, I want to print this in black. Now here's the fun part. I have to heat soak this. Otherwise it doesn't, the printer errors out. So 1 second here. Yeah, connect, do your thing, come on. There we go. Okay, so we'll let that go. Hopefully it's the right size screws. Okay, so we need to start hooking stuff up. So usually I start with mains and we work our way to the end. So first things first, do I need a power supply for the Raspberry Pi? Now, there's a screen hookup. Okay, so there's a screen hookup. Expansion, ST-Link is there. A BL Touch. Is there a Raspberry Pi hookup on here? CAN bus, so there's CAN. Okay, that's cool. But is there a Raspberry Pi hookup on here? ADC 5. Do you see a Raspberry Pi hookup? It'd be a 4-pin. There's a CAN to USB port. Would it be this one? CAN L, CAN H. It's CAN bus. There is no hookup. Okay, so I'm gonna need a power supply for the Pi. So let me go grab that because I have one. You hooked it up to the CAN port? Okay, so I'll use the CAN port then. We'll use that. So let's see what we got for wires here, because we've got wires. So we got to get our motors plugged in. Let's get started with that. There's one motor wire. There's 5 volt and ground. Yeah, I might just draw power from the board and then just plug it in via USB. It's kind of annoying you can't just plug in USB and use that, but is what it is. What time is the giveaway? End of stream, like every other time. Okay. Pi has built-in power regulation. Yep. And also, in case you haven't noticed, we are back. The little guy is done school. He's in school. So we are back on our regular stream schedule going forward. Okay. So we are back on the regular stream schedule. No more weird start times and whatnot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. I'm missing a power wire. I'm missing wires for the bed. I got 4. Okay, so let's do. How long are these? Are these all the same length? These ones seem much longer. Okay, so these are for the front ones, I'm betting. Yeah, these got to be for the front ones. Okay, so let's do the front ones. And Polymaker, Polysonic PLA notes. I don't know. I might have seen it and just kind of gone, cool. I don't print a lot of PLA. Okay, so somebody told me that these fit in here and I shouldn't have to spin these motors. So I'm trusting that person. If they lied to me, Mr. or Mrs. whoever that was that said that, I will be an unhappy person. Okay, they do fit. Good. 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 Okay, first things off, I'm not liking this. There are holes in this aluminum plate in the bottom and the back where you have to run wires through. I would like to see grommets. I don't see grommets. What is a grommet? You might know him from Sesame Street, but what he does is he prevents bad stuff from, he prevents the metal from cutting your wires, basically. So I've got 2 holes down here. There's like little holes down here. So I'm assuming these wires go down this hole, but then I also have holes back here, which I'm assuming then are for these. So then why are these so much bigger? What else comes through these holes? Because there's a little hole here for this motor. And then, oh, I guess it's depending on whatever way you run the bed through. Grommet is a dog. Oh, okay. TPU grommets are part of the STL archive. They are? Okay, I will print some off then and put them in after. Usually what you can do is you cut it, you can just kind of slide it around. So, fire up the Prusa after this. Put some I think it's got, actually, it might actually have TPU in it already. There we go. Grommets already have a split in them, even better. Because the thing is, the way how big these holes are, you're not going to be able to put the grommets in and then run the wires through because the fitting won't fit. So, and then what I'll do is I'll just get some little crimps to hold those in there. Okay, so that is that. So now that goes through here, and I drag all the wires around. Okay. So I am missing wires for the bed. I don't see any in my pouches here. That box fell on the ground. So I think I'm missing a set of wires for the Z. Yeah, I'm missing a set of wires for the Z. I should have some spares downstairs in the basement, but is what it is. Okay, so now I gotta put these wires on. This is gonna be fun because have I done the punch test on the PSU? Sure. Yeah, man. So who here is excited for the upcoming Rep Rap Fest? Earth and Murph are coming. PSU takes 0 damage. Damn, PSU is AC 30. There we go. Ooh, plugged it in without looking. Wish I was going. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I gotta buy tickets for Smurf still. I haven't bought tickets for Smurf. Come on. And then what I gotta print a whole bunch of those little zip tie. Actually, I might have some in my toolbox. Let me take a look here. And I miss watching the Apple event. Let me guess, the phone is slightly thinner, slightly lighter, and a slight improvement over the previous model. And it's gonna cost twice as much. But I think they finally put USB-C. They got smart and actually put a proper connector on it. So what's the new Apple, thing? It's 1 gram lighter. Wow, that'll feel real great when I, that'll save so much weight until I throw my frickin' OtterBox on it. People who don't put their phones in proper cases, what's wrong with you? Phone is a phone. So it's the same as the previous one, just, wow, it's the same as the previous one with USB-C. Cool. Fine woven vegan leather band. Ooh, oh, that's a watch. 1200. Yeah, I'm sticking with my Android phones. Why? Because I got a Pixel 6, and I can't even tell if it's any better than the Samsung 10 I had before that, which I couldn't tell if it was any better than the Samsung 6. Because I browse Reddit, I use Discord, and I text people. That's all I use my phone for. It's 120 gigs fine. With cloud storage, 128 gigs on a phone is fine. I remember when Apple used to only do like 16 gigs for the longest time. That was annoying. Okay, and then we do have the tool head wires. So now, what I do need to know is how the stuff on the tool head is run. Because does it come in and then out? I think it's in and then out. I think I have a printed part for that. I think it's, pull it up here. Welcome, pull up the GitHub. Where is the GitHub? Okay, let me pull the model up here. I think I have the wires for the chain. I think this is the other part. So I just want to see how the tool head wiring is done. Yeah. Okay, so it is this part. So this part goes there. And then I think, how does the okay, so I'm assuming the CPAP hose comes in here and then comes up. Or how does the CPAP hose running? Is there a picture of VZBOT 330? That doesn't show it. Because I want to see what the wiring actually looks like at the top. That's the all-wheel. Okay, VZBOT 330. So does anyone actually have a picture of the actual assembled unit? No. There's a video of the CPAP assembly on Vez's channel. Okay, I'll pull up Vez's channel. Because I want to see what the actual like wire management of the tool head looks before I start running wires off the tool head. So no, this is an, where's the 330? Yeah, so this isn't the one I'm using. Because this is a 235. Okay, so that is that? I don't know. It's Team FDM. I will never go on Team FDM. I refuse to use that site. The guy created that site trying to basically generate because Voron didn't have a forum, so he wanted to create his own forum, market it as the Voron forum, and fill it full of paid ads and affiliate links. And was, yeah. So I'm not going to get into more than that, but I won't be using that site ever. So I got a bunch of connectors there. Do I have spades? I don't know if I have spades. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out how the CPAP is it supposed to run through there? if this fits through here, how does the wiring go through here? Like, how is the wiring for the tool head supposed to run? Because this fills up the whole hole. So I'm trying to figure out how the wiring runs. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So let's get some other stuff on here. So I'm gonna need this, put this in. Goes in the CPAP. So it just crams through that? Noting the issues. Awesome. Again, for those that are like new to the channel and how I do these streams, we follow the manual for any kit builds. And anytime where we're in a gray zone like this, we try to work it out. One, following the documentation, and then try and, like, you know, because if somebody else is following the video, they're gonna run into the same problem. It's a cutout in the rear PC LCD panel, LED panel. Okay, so I'm putting the thermistor in the tool head right now, if you're wondering what I'm doing. So I got all the fans, so. Okay, so that thermistor's in there. And we gotta put a fan in there, so let's spin you around. Right round, baby, right round. We'll do the tool head first. Like a record, baby. Okay. Cutout in the rear top hat. Okay, so let me... Where did I put those panels? Are they in here? Is there a cutout? Okay, I do see the cutout. Okay, so this piece mounts here, and the CPAP hose goes through it, I'm guessing. Okay, it doesn't really quite, unless the wires go behind it. And there's no zip tie mount. There's no way to, well, I guess you could just zip tie around it. Okay, so let's mount this. Video killed the radio star. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, I think that's enough pre-soak on the bamboo. Print plate. Set. I need one more M4 T-nut. There we go. Yeah, I know. Who is it? Simon Vez there. He has the turntable that he builds printers on. I just have a smooth sheet of OSB. Also, I don't have the rubber feet on this yet, so that's why it slides pretty easily. Greg's Maker Corner has videos as well. Okay. The only problem with videos is it's kind of hard to watch a video while also live streaming. But if you clip it, anytime you link a video in the docs, make sure you actually clip it too. Like, don't link the whole video, like timestamp it to the actual relevant section. Is that centered? No, that's not centered. That would drive me insane. That's centered. There we go. There we go. Okay, now I need some fans. I need the little fan for the front. This or a rat rig or a Trident 300? Yes. I think I'm gonna finally film my So You Want to Build a Voron video this weekend. I think that's what I'm gonna do this weekend, is film my So You Want to Build a Voron videos, finally. Okay, so what holds the fan on? I'm assuming it's an M2.5. Because here's the thing, what printer you pick depends on your use case, like I always say. There's no way I could tell you exactly which one of those you should buy, because I can't answer that question without knowing a lot more about what you plan to use that printer for, how big it needs to be, your current budget, and a few other things as well. Are all the wires included in the kit? I don't think so. I'm probably gonna have to, okay, so that's M2.5. I'm probably gonna have to, yeah, what size screws do I use for this? I don't see anything in this kit that M2.6 by 8. I don't think that's long enough. No, those are too short. Others. Would you be in the others? No, I've got pins. Why do I got pins? I've got a whole bunch of pins. And I don't know where the pins are used. M5s. M3 by 14. Yeah, I don't know what holds in that. What are these? What are these? M2. M2 might be too small. I've got M2.5s. Maybe that'll work. No, that won't work. Yeah, M2s, I guess. M2s, I guess. Yeah, M2s, I guess. That's what I got. Build log. The problem is, again, that's a build log. It's unless you're following along with the build, it's hard to reference a build log without like timestamps. If he has it chapterized, that's great. Hopefully it's chapterized. Or their videos. Is it a live stream? Really? Do I not have whatever size Allen key I need for this? Are you the right size? You are. There we go. No, you're not the right size. Are you the right size? It's a Discord channel topic thing. Oh. Oh, that I can't have a Discord open while I'm streaming. Do I not have, it's 1.5, so if it's not 1.5, it's got to be 1.3. But 1.3 is too small. Get in your hole. Why do you not want to screw in? Oh, those holes don't go all the way through. Okay, why do the holes not go all the way through? Why would you make it like that? Now I strip that screw out. The bottom ones go all the way through. I don't trust that too much, but it is what we got. Is this the hot end? Yeah, this is the hot end cooling fan. I don't know what size screws I'm supposed to use because I don't see any in the box of screws that would fit because M3 is too big. So I'm using some M2s that I just happen to have because the self-tapping M2s I have, printing stopped. Of course it did, Bamboo. How about you try again, huh? How about you do the thing I told you to do? Quit trying to be smart. You're not smart. Yeah, M2s are not going to work. I need M2.5, but the problem is all the M2.5s in this kit are too short. There are no M2.5s in this kit that I can see that came with this. Except for these that are 8 mil, and I need at least like 14 mil. Maybe they're in another box. I just want to mount my heat sink. I just want to mount my heat sink, damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to run downstairs. I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna run downstairs and get screws. Hey, puppy. There we go. There we go. There we go, M2.5. That'll work for now. Photo in Discord. Okay. Oh, that goes the other way around. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I gotta spin that then. That makes sense. Any opinion on Maker World Bamboo? What the heck's a Maker World Bamboo? Maker World by Bamboo. Oh, is that Bamboo's own site? Yeah, I really don't care. Company trying to create their own ecosystem. I don't like it. What advantage do you get of that over something like Printables or Thingiverse or Thangs or any of the other existing sites? It's a knockoff of Printables. Yeah, you said it, not me. I'm not a fan of one company being your one-stop shop for everything. I don't like monopolies, and I don't like walled, gated ecosystems. And Bamboo is hankering for theirs. They want theirs. They want to be the Apple. They want you because, you know, was it 96% of people who buy an Apple will only ever buy an Apple phone again, and they want that with printers. Which, you know, it's a business. I don't blame them, but that's not what I like personally. You know, you don't need to know how to PID tune. You don't need to know how to set your Z offset or live adjust Z. You don't need to worry about any of that. We'll take care of you. Okay, so I'm gonna have to extend this. Did you give me wires to extend this? I've got power wires. Yeah, I've got power wires, so that's kind of nice. Got this. I'm assuming this is for the, yeah, this is for this. So I'm gonna plug you in so I don't lose you. That's for the CPAP. I'm assuming this is for the CPAP too. So I'm gonna plug this into the CPAP so I don't lose this either. Okay, it's got a knob. It's got a knob. Ranting about Bamboo. Ranting about Bamboo would not be me answering a viewer question about Bamboo. They asked for what my opinion on Maker World was. I gave them my opinion. That's not a rant. A rant is when I bring the camera in close and we have a little fun. That's a rant. It's like the whole current internet culture where I can't critique anything without it being, you know, I'm calling them out and being a shill and shitting on their printer. You know, you can't do any of that anymore. Super annoying, I hate it. Okay, looks like I have to make a wire extension. Let's solder. You want to solder? I want to solder. Let's solder. Let's solder with no room on the table. So much room, so much room. Will this even reach? No. So solder a cable extension here. Strip this, snippy snip snips. Oh, somebody asked me on Twitter the other day, it's like, are you getting the new, whatever Bamboo's new printer is, which it is a new printer, and people are hyping it up to all high heaven. It's gonna be their current machine was maybe a little bit quieter with color mixing. From everything I've seen, that's pretty much what it looks like it's gonna be. It's gonna be a variation of one of their current machines. It's gonna be a cube frame. Everyone's like, oh, it's gonna be a bed slinger that has, you know, it does everything. And it's like, nah, it's gonna be a variation of their current machine with a new alternative to the AMS system, probably, because the AMS is turning out to be kind of tricky and annoying. So, and it's quieter apparently. Going off of the, should I use this wire? They gave me this wire. They gave me this wire. I'm gonna use it. Based on the, yeah, just going off the box size from the unboxing pictures I've seen a few people on Twitter, it's going to be an existing machine that's a little bit quieter with a new type of color mixing setup, which I don't do multicolor often, so I really don't care. And it's a single nozzle setup, so it's not like you're going to be able to do multi-material well with it, because you'll run into the same issues that the palette has with multi-material. Multicolor is okay, but when you have dissimilar filaments, you start running into issues. So, but from all the hype I'm seeing, people are expecting this thing to be like another Bamboo, like what Bamboo did when they first came out, which was completely shake up the ecosystem. People were like, seem to think this is what that's going to be. And I'm like, I doubt it. See, what I should have did is made a video speculating all that for free, easy views. That's what I should have did. I gave it to you guys free on this live stream. I'm a bad YouTuber. I'm a bad YouTuber. Let's focus on Bamboo. Well, I'm unspooling a wire. I've got nothing else to do. Okay, how long do I need to make this? I'm going to make this. Let's move you to this corner over here. You need to come down to here. Let's make you about here long. Here, here. Here. Rat rig IDEX. I like IDEX. I think IDEX is a really good sweet spot between a multi-tool head setup and a simple single tool head setup. Like, I think IDEXs should be more popular, but that's just me. I'm a terrible YouTuber. You're a terrible. I have as many likes on one of my videos as you do on. Oh. I mean, to be fair, if you put out a video in the past month on your YouTube channel, you've got more views on a video on a YouTube channel than I have in the past month, because I haven't done any videos in the past month. Power. Is this power cable plugged in? This power cable is plugged in. Good. This is not the kind of power cable I need. This is that's not what I need. I need a C14. Yeah, this will work. Someone been crazy enough to put 2 ERCFAs on an IDEX? I don't believe so. In that setup, that would be kind of dumb in my opinion. What you would want to do is an ERCFA on one of the IDEX tool heads, and then the other tool head, you would leave it alone and either put like a fat nozzle in it and use it for infill, or you use it for like a support material. okay? That's what I would do, okay? I wouldn't bother with 2 MMU units. I would have one set up for specifically support material or really fat infill, and then the other one set up for that smelled not great. Okay, hopefully that was just plastic or something burning off. And the bamboo failed again. I got a feeling tomorrow, Friday stream is gonna be fixing that thing again. I just want to make a clip. Tin the wires, come on. Yes, I know I have a fancy set of helping hands. They're inside, unfortunately. Just trying to tin the wires. Tin the wires. There we go. Trad rack out of beta. I don't know. I've seen it. They had one at Murph. Somebody had one at Murph. I've seen it. It looks cool. I think it's a neat design. These are too small. Oh man, I'm missing the size I need. Yeah, that'll work. No, it'll work. Have we talked about the Creality switch wire? I mean, if you've seen the leak, well, not the leak picture, but like the color corrected, like darkened image, all it is basically the X gantry from their whatchamacallit, their K1, and then it's a Core XZ system. And they're advertising it's like 600 millimeters a second. My brother in Christ, Core XZ doesn't make your bed flinger faster, it just gives you faster Zs, which don't get me wrong, faster Z is always good, especially for prints with lots of Z hopping, but it doesn't make your XY any faster. Like, it's good for DIY because it makes it a simpler build and it's lower cost component wise. But for a commercial machine, what I'm interested in is what they're going to do to prevent the gantry from dropping. That's all. I want to see what Creality is doing to figure out the gantry drop issue. Because for those that don't know, Core XZ, there's nothing to hold your gantry up. So on Vorons, on the switch wire, we have a dang it, come on. This is super annoying. There we go. We have a key back to hold it. So it's mechanically held. So I wonder what Creality is going to use on their system. There we go. That's what I'm interested in. Stepper brake. Be interested in if they do a stepper brake, because that's an increased cost PCB wise, which I've done it. My switch wire has a PCB brake in it. Okay. Did I? Okay, I did black to black, red to red. We're good. My switch wire has a PCB brakes in it, and it works fine. But the thing is, the reason you go Core XZ, faster Z, and a more simplistic design. So yeah, you're saving a bit of money by removing versus a dual lead screw setup, you're saving one motor. Because instead of a Y motor and 2 Z, you just have an X and a Y, or an X and a Z motor, okay? Or AB, because it's Core XZ. So now you got an AB motor, okay? You save the cost of the lead screws, the couplers, all that. You have some more bearings, but bearings are usually a little bit cheaper than lead screws. And you just got belts, so you don't have to worry about lead screw wobble. You have faster Z. But now you need a way to prevent that gantry from crashing down, which means more expensive custom electronics if you're going with stepper brakes or a mechanical way of doing it. So the thing is, on a Voron, which is again, a fully custom machine. Which way do I run the wires on this? Do I run them underneath or do I run them up top? How am I supposed to run the wires on this? Do they come up the back or do they, where's a picture? Can somebody post a picture of the tool head wiring? Damn, Boo, how are you? Do your thing. Ignore, ignore, ignore. Clear, ignore. Print the fuck. Oh, you can't even reset it now. Ugh, what a piece of junk. Love when printers fall out of warranty. Print plate. Send. Under Goliath hot end. Okay, let's see here. Where is... So that's that. So how is the wiring run? So you have it come out the back, it looks like. So we have it come out the back? Well, I don't have the water-cooled one. So the wiring comes out the back. Okay. So I'm gonna have to take this tool head off, rotate it, and have the wires come out the back, it looks like. Because right now I'm having them come out the side. Okay, so I gotta fix that then. So it's 2 screws to drop this, luckily. V2.4, kit or self-source? Kit. The days of self-sourcing are pretty much over. Don't bother self-sourcing. There's really no advantage to it anymore. The only reason to self-source would be if you already have some stuff on hand that you'd be wasting buying a kit. But for the most part nowadays, self-source or buy a kit. To the right and under is the best bet. Well, this is pretty stiff. Like this is pretty stiff. I don't know. I'm gonna rotate this so they come straight out the back, I think. Because I think I can run this through there. Because this shows coming out the back. Yeah, see, it comes out the back and through that little gap. Went right and up, looked good. So they went right and then up and then over the rail? Because that's the question I got, is because this tool, I gotta go up and over the rail, but I don't want to get it anywhere near the extruder. So either I route them underneath here and up. Could you design? I could. But again, Bellador, I'm on the Voron team. So when it comes to, you know, things I would want to see in a printer, I just bring it up during Voron design stuff. So I think I'm going to do how this one is. I think I'm going to try and mimic this. That looks really clean because it just comes out underneath the bottom. And then the frame here prevents it from rubbing on anything, because I really don't want it to rub on anything. Okay, I'm getting a little worried. These belt tensioners are falling out. Shit. Okay, let's fix this. Nope. As a personal hobby project. Voron is my hobby. Voron is my hobby. Wires get hot, make sure they don't touch plastic. Well, how hot are we talking? And also, it's ABS, so it should be okay. And they are insulated, so. Also, it's getting hot in here. It's getting pretty nice outside right now. It's mid-September, so it's actually starting to get nice. The problem is once I start streaming for a couple hours, it gets warm in here. I'm gonna turn the fan on in a second. Hotter than ABS hot. Okay, well, see what I can do. That goes there, that goes there. I self-source everything. Yeah, that was in the old days. It used to be, it made more sense to self-source a boron, but that was like before COVID, because, well, before COVID, there were really no kits. So kits for borons have only been around for like 2 or 3 years now. Kits were not a thing for the longest time, so there was no point. And then also, the first like generation of kits for boron sucked. They were really bad. Like, we're talking kits that came with like V-slot extrusions. And for those that don't know, you don't build a boron with V-slots. It don't work. The rails don't fit. And like really bad fans and the wrong kind of screws, and like the first like couple generations of kits were pretty bad. Then they got pretty good. So like now you got like LDO and even like the FormBot and the other kits, the Cyborg kits that are very cheap. Like they've gotten a lot better. They've gotten a lot better. But for a little while there, you really didn't want to build a boron from a kit. Or you ended up, or the common thing was you would get a kit and still have to replace like half the stuff in the kit. Nathan, gifted 10 community memberships. Cheers. Okay, let's see. Why is my phone ringing? 1 second. Oop, 1 second. There we go. Okay, we're good. So why is it even? Did I just make it? Nathan gifted 10 community. I think I thanked that one already. There we go. Mom was curious how the little guy handled his first couple days of school. Okay, so that goes there. So do these wires bend at all? They do. Okay. Oh shoot, that don't fit. I can't do that. That doesn't fit. Oh shit, that's why. That won't work. That's the water-cooled one. I think it sits lower. Because I can't... How much bend do these wires have? Well, yeah, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. I can't... Yeah, shit. That ain't gonna work. Okay, never mind. What I just did was a complete waste of time. Because the way the spacing, this won't clear the metal frame. Hey Jake, say that again, I'll ban you. I like Sam, he's a good guy. Why are you coming into this community to talk shit about other people? Do not bend it, replace it. I know, it's a solid gauge wire. Okay, so that's got to go like that. Yeah. It's okay to talk about companies, but do not bring up individuals in that sort of light. That is a very quick way to get yourself banned from this community in that regard. Yeah, make sure you have it on live chat. I really hate how YouTube defaults to top chat. and you have to switch it to live chat, because if it defaults to top chat, it will not show certain comments. I don't know why and what criteria it has. I think it filters out like random comments from people who don't chat often. I really don't know what the criteria is. But yeah. Okay, so let's figure this out now. Let's figure this out. So if this is gonna go like that, okay, so I need to figure out how to get these wires. So I guess up and over is what I gotta do. I really don't wanna do up and over, because I don't want the wires to get, okay, so I can't do this side. Well, I could do this side. Thing is, I don't want them, that opens up, so I need to be able to open this up. Do they go up, what did Steve, well, they also have, well, no, they would have the same, because they've got 2, 3, 5s. So it'd have to be on the left side, right? It would have to be the left side, because the right side, I have the access arm here. So if I come up and over, if I keep it down, we should be okay. Yeah, if I come up and come across like here and zip tie it to some stuff, we should be okay. I really wish I could run this under. I'd rather the wires go under, but it is what it is. So I guess that's what we're doing. Okay, 1 second here. Where did I put the screws for that? Oh, they're over here. Did the right side? Okay, so let's do that. Let's do that. So we've done all this to get exactly back where we started. Yay. And these are the wrong ones. Screws. Shit. These aren't the right screws. Where are the screws that I used? How did I lose screws already? Oh, bloody hell. Nope, not those, not those. Am I dropping screws already? Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Nope. M36. I need M36. Which I don't have. Okay, this kit is really annoying with the small screws. There we go. The fact that I have to self-source a bunch of these small ones is really annoying. There we go. Okay, so that's that, that's that. Okay, so I put my fan on. Of course, a fan snaps on first. Have I seen the Waddle X from Mirage C? I have. A lot of overkill work in my opinion, my personal opinion, because what you can do is just, you know, integrated lead screws don't wobble as much. It's not really an issue, or belted Z. A lot of the wobble from lead screws come from using couplers, low quality couplers and budget lead screws. If you start by using a good integrated lead screw, it kind of gets rid of all the issues pretty easily. Or just again, use a belted Z. That screw's gone. So the downside with the metal one here is there's no way to get in your hole. The plastic one because this is kind of like, this reminds me of an EVA tool head, okay? The plastic EVA tool has clips, has little built-in clips for zip tying stuff too. This kind of doesn't. So I'm gonna have to get a bundle of zip ties here and just kind of figure out a way to make this work. So, do I have any funky colors that match this? No. Okay. Where are my black zip ties? Where is my stool of ascension? Arise, chicken. Okay, so now we gotta make this work. So, I really don't like bending this. I do have a spare Goliath. And by the way, if you want a crimp and easy shirt like this, be sure to check out the store. Link in the video description. One beefy bed. The bed isn't installed in this printer yet. I haven't put the bed in yet because the bed's heavy. Okay, well, I guess I can bundle this into the motor there. Yeah, bundle that onto the motor wire. So I should still have room to undo that if I need to. And then bundle that to the motor wire, and that goes right into the loom. There we go. There we go. Go. Okay. So that should slide that around. Be careful. No. You go over here. You go over here. Slide. Ah, dang it. I screwed this one up. What do you think of the positron? I don't know. I don't have one. If I had one and I used it, I'd be able to give you a comment on it. But I've seen about as much of it as you have. Will I be building one? Yes, I will be getting an LDO kit whenever the kits are available, and I will be building one. Will it take a place in my retinue of commonly used printers? In my opinion, honestly, probably not. It seems like a very cool demo trade show type printer for showing off and like bringing to events and whatnot. Is it a workhorse print farm printer? No, I don't think it will be. I don't think it ever will be. I'm just realizing I don't have a bed probe on this. What is this used for a bed probe? I don't have a bed probe. I'm just realizing this just now. The kit doesn't have a bed probe, and I don't have a bed probe in this. What is this used for a bed probe? What should I put on this? Screw it. Fix Ed. Manually level. VZBOTs don't have a bed probe by default. Cool. I'm wiring it up. I'm like, why do I have so little wires in the tool head? Beacon. Actually, this might be the machine I put a beacon on. I could finally, you know, have a machine that I could put a beacon on. So maybe I will put beacon on this. Bed probe, that's weight. Oh, y'all are gram chasers. Are y'all gram chaser? Start a pull. You, oops, I can type here. No. Clicky, Clicky, I've got Clicky on like 3 machines. One of them I use often, the LDO V2 here. And I don't think I'll ever put Clicky on another machine. I got nothing against Clicky, but after using, you know, tap, It's like if you're gonna use a mechanical solution, go use a nozzle probe. And if you're not using a mechanical solution, something like beacon or even just an inductive. That's kind of like my thing now. Okay, so now I gotta slide this on. So this kind of goes on that, kind of. Should I, like, do I need to lube this up or does it just slide over? I guess it just slides over. Try not to break the hose. It'd be nice if it actually like screwed on. Okay, so there's like a clamp that I have printed for this. This, I think. Yeah, this, I think. Yeah. How does that screw together? How does it what? That goes like that, okay. And do I gotta put in, I gotta put a nut. Got to put nuts. Nuts! Yeah, I'm gonna grab my M38s because I'm tired of digging through the bag for M38s. Get rid of this, get rid of that. I need lock nuts. Where are my lock nuts? Are they in the tray? No, they're not in the tray. I've got, where did I get grease from? I got grease on the hand. Where are the lock nuts? Screw it, I'm just grabbing them from stock. Why are my hands all greasy? BL Touch, yeah, BL Touch is, I don't like BL Touch at all. I've used it. I have actually used BL Touch in the past. I do not like it. It is not my jam. Okay, so you go through here. This is a great camera angle. I'm putting stuff on the back and you guys can't see. I'm a great entertainer on YouTube. Yeah. And of course, you know, it's caught in something. Come on. What are you caught on? There we go. Oh, there we go. Now you can stare into the light. Look how courteous I am. Yeah. There we go. I'm a generous YouTuber. Now I need to hold this nut with this because I think you're supposed to screw it into the plastic. The problem is I'd have to take this whole assembly off to do that. So instead I'm gonna just kind of put a lock nut here and just kind of hope that that holds it. There we go. What time are we at right now? 3:30. This is taking a lot longer than I thought. But we don't have, the documentation is a little bit as lacking. I think Steve and Daniel are only like a step or two ahead of me. Like I think they just finished up wiring. There we go. Okay, that's that. And now I got, where did I put the printed part? I had it. Where did I put the printed clip? I had the printed clip. Oh, it's right here. The BD sensor. I didn't know Bad Dragon made sensors. Clip here. Now you're supposed to have a hex on the back, but that kind of doesn't exist. So again, I'm gonna have to put a lock nut. Powered on Sunday. Oh, okay. I don't know if they started this, how many ahead of me they are. I think a bunch of these videos were only like 2 hours, so that kind of explains. Plus, you know, for regular viewers of the channel, you know, we like to go on our little tangents at times, so. So hey, on the bright side, for those that sponsor or send kits for these build series, you know, you get your money's worth in terms of number of hours of content. Steve had bunk. Yeah, I was talking with him on the Voron Discord. He had some driver issues. Okay, so now got these on the wrong hands. This goes there, that goes there. I totally dropped that screw. Come back around here, grab another. What's the reason you're using a lock nut for fastening the CPAP tube? Because the plastic part's printed in a way where I don't trust a regular nut, and I've got a ton of these lock nuts, and because this thing moves pretty fast, anything where there's really, you know, I'd rather just not have a nut work itself loose, put it that way. So I'd rather put a little lock nut. Yeah, these printed parts didn't print too well, so like I wouldn't trust a hex nut to actually like bite into the plastic and not rotate and work itself loose. So I'd rather just put a lock nut. And then I won't have to worry about it ever coming loose. It's a lock nut. Well, it can work itself loose, but there we go. And I'm not a gram chaser, so yes, I know lock nuts are like slightly bigger, but I really don't care. But apparently you guys are gram chaser. Oh yeah, 84% of people in chat, not a gram chaser. Excellent. You learned well. I've taught you well. Okay, so now CPAPy goes like this. And so how am I supposed to zip tie this on? Take a look here. So that's kind of like mine, but not as bulky. That's that. Okay. With the zip tie. Well, I know, it's just there's nowhere for like an actual zip tie like clip type setup. And then I really don't like, because this CPAP tube hose doesn't. Oh, wow. Is that supposed to be like that? I guess it's supposed to be like that. The fact the fan hits your front belt, is that a normal thing with these machines? I guess with the water cooled ones it would too, because the water got the connection. So yeah, I guess that's a thing. Why? Am I missing something here? Or is that just how it be? I guess that's just how it be. That's kind of poopy. That doesn't look right. I know, it's a stock setup. It's everything from the kit. Does the bed go that far? I believe so. Like, I'm lined up with the frame. This is loose, so Like I'm like right here. End stop. There's end stops? There shouldn't be anything on the front. Anyways, okay. So let's zip tie that. Gets mounted under the left Y motor. The left front Y motor is an end stop where I don't see anywhere to mount it. Okay, well, I'll take a look later. Okay, I feel kind of, yeah, I don't like that. The CPAP hose, for those that don't know, is kind of like, it's really thin plastic and it's got this spiral plastic. So I wish there was like another clamp or something. Do I have another printed part? Because I don't want to zip tie it to it directly because I feel like the zip tie is going to punch a hole through it. Like, let me just get bigger zip ties. Because that feel like I'm going to break it. Like if I zip tie it too much, it's going to wear a hole in this plastic film. Use Velcro. Actually, that's a good idea. I'll use Velcro. I don't think I have Velcro right now. I might have some inside. But yeah, Velcro would probably be straps to the tube. Okay, yeah, the kit doesn't have Velcro, so for now I'll just use some blue tape, just so I have it there and I'll make it look better later. What about for the wires? Are you guys, I'm assuming you're not zip tying the wires to the CPAP hose? Is that also? I wish there were more pictures. I wish there were like pictures of assembled units. Because there's no VZ print head. Live hot head. Yeah, I wish there were more pictures of assembled units on this guide so people could reference. Velcro the wires to the CPAP hose as well. Okay. So I think I have some inside that I can find somewhere. So for now, I'll just kind of, you know, tape it and whatnot. Because I really don't want to break anything, but I want to be able to keep wiring, so. Fix everything to an extent. Yeah, just find somebody in the Discord who built one of these, like on the VZBOT Discord, who built one of these, and it looks real pimp and everything, and just have them take like pictures of every sub-assembly and be like, hey, we need you to take pictures, so I need photos of Spider-Man. Where is my kniff? Where is my kniff? No, whatever. Just got this. Okay. So this comes out the hole. So how much room do we have up top? I'm assuming we have about that much room. Because you don't want to stretch it too much. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have Velcro straps out here, unfortunately. I've got this. Don't think this will like being stretched that much. We'll try. Well, it's kind of tall. Well, up till here is yeah, that ain't gonna work. Yeah, let me just tape it for now. Yeah, tight without slack. Yeah, because you don't want it too tight. Because if you get it too tight, you're gonna break stuff. I just kind of want to get a rough idea where everything is right now, so that I can cut wires to length, and then I'll get a bunch of those like zip tie, Velcro zip tie things, which I have them. I just gotta find them. I think they're in the computer room or the printer room downstairs. I don't know. So do some blue tape for now. Top hat is 10 centimeters tall. We're good. Yeah, top hat is 10 centimeters. Yeah, we're good there. What am I doing for dinner? I think I have some leftover pasta. Yeah, I think I got leftover pasta. I think I'm just gonna heat up some pasta and call it a day. Because I am down, as of today, today's Tuesday, in the past week, I'm down 7 pounds. Which I'm assuming 7 pounds in a week is pretty good? Thinking? There we go. Water weight. Usually, yeah, gram chaser, don't you put that hex on me. Usually the first bit of weight is the easiest to lose because literally I wake up, I don't eat anything until noon. I have a very light lunch and then I eat dinner and then that's it at 5 and then I don't eat anything. So I'm like sub 2,000 calories a day, some days like 1,500. I'm doing walks but yeah, I've had a bit of a belly I'm trying to get rid of basically. A bit too much weight. Oh, more Discord stuff. Let's take a look here. Okay, so let's see. Oh, there's that end stop. Okay, yeah, I have this end stop. So where does that end stop mount? So that mounts there with a clicky switch. Ooh, okay, and your wires went this way. Mine went down. Okay, well, mine went down. So there's that end stop. I gotta put that in, which I don't even know. Did they even give me end stops? I don't have end stops. I've got the bracket. I've got that bracket right there, but I don't think they actually gave me end stops at all. Yeah, I don't actually have end stops. So I'm gonna have to make some end stops. They gave me one end stop. I got one end stop here, which, shit, I didn't, crap. I just realized that. I didn't solder any wires on the end stop on the tool head, so we gotta do that still. Okay, end stops will be next week. We'll do end stops next week. I'll make a bunch of end stops up. Do that next week. Okay, let's hook a bunch of stuff up. Let's spin this around and hook a bunch of stuff up. Let's actually, do some printer building. Outer 2 pins. In your Wago, do not use ferrules. Don't use ferrules. Don't use. I've never actually used Wagos. Funny fact. Don't use ferrules on a Wago. Okay. I can do that. Why not? Should the end stop placement be done earlier on the printer assembly? When did it even come up? When did it come up in the assembly? I don't even remember. I remember the X end stop came up. I don't even remember seeing the Y. And then the X one didn't mention soldering at all. So that's something that's kind of have to be taken care of, obviously. Okay, so we're gonna need to cut this there. I think I put my knife in my apron. Is it in the apron? No. So then where did I put my knife? So this is the problem. I got the knife. It's one of the jerry rig everything ones that's clear. Oh, here it is. It's clear, so it doesn't stand out. Box two should contain it with 3 omrons. Okay, box two. Oh, here it is. I've got one. I've got one. Got one omron. Maybe it's in another one. Yeah, I got one and an empty baggie. Okay, I've got omrons downstairs. I've got a bunch of them downstairs. So, gonna go 4-wheel drive. I mean, we've already got the 4 motors mounted. We got 666 person. You're behind. We've already got 4 motors mounted on this. It's the full kit. Link in the description. There we go. So we got extra CPAP tubing, I guess. That's always good to have. Nobody reads the item descriptions. Okay. And this just slides on, I guess, too. Or was I supposed to leave the end on for this? Did I screw this up? No, okay, that doesn't fit either. So now I gotta put this over that, which doesn't really want to fit too well. Is there a trick to get this to fit on the other end? Is there... Oh, wait, there's a clip here. Okay, this goes into here. And then it screws on, I guess. There we go. And then this screws on like that. Ah! And then there's screws, which means I gotta take this off to get at those screws. Shit. Okay, 1 second. Uno momento, uno momento. Uno momento. Uno momento. Momento uno. C. A. B. Yeah, just checks box too. I've got one end stop in there. Okay. So I need to take these 2 little screws out. Oh, those are Phillips. Comment above the pics. Why end stop should already be... Yeah, oh, I know, I've already got the mount right here. Yeah, I've already got the end stop. I've got the metal bracket right here. I've already shut it off. Oh. Okay, so these 2 screws come out. Try not to lose them. Come on. Yeah, self-tappers. There we go. Oh, not to put end caps on Wagos? Okay. Well, yeah, the way a Wago connector works, right, it pinches, right? It doesn't, it's not like a flat compression. It like actually pinches the wires, doesn't it? Team Farrell rules. Doyle rules. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's that. And then this goes back on here like that. And this kind of. Why ferrule? It depends on, it might not be, the thing is, the way a Wago is, it's all plastic, right? And it's an actuation force, like it clips. So depending on like how much of a, it might be designed with a certain amount of like squish in mind. And I dropped a screw and I don't know where it went. How do you drop, oh, it got caught in the wires here. So it might be designed for the wires to like bend as it gets crimped. And by having a ferrule, it may not allow that, and it may not work anymore. Like, it may not be optimal, because a ferrule's not going to bend. Okay, so that's that. So I'm going to take all you guys, and we're going to run through here. Yeah. So there will be a back piece. Okay, so, well, Z motor's easy, or extruder motor's easy. So, yeah. Okay, so you know what, you all come over here. You're being annoying. Shit, what did you get caught on? There you go. You go over there. Okay. So which one of you is my extruder motor? Let's go back to the wiring guide. Electronics. What you do? Okay. Electronics. There we go. Go. Okay, so are you labeled? Z and E. So this is E. Okay, so E is the last one. So all the way down here. So here's the funny part. Which one is X1 and which one is X2? Which one is X1 and which one is X2? That I don't know. Which one is X1 and which one would be X2? Because there is no X in Core XY. Like, is there an image anywhere in here that calls out what motor is which? Like, it'd be nice here if this was labeled X1, X2, Y1, Y2. There's a diagram that shows that. Where? Electronics. Oh, no. Electronics. Wiring diagram. That doesn't show anything. Okay. They are synchronized. Should it matter? Well, it matters for config, right? Because it matters for the actual config of the motor, right? Like your actual configuration, you want to have them in the right ones, right? Like, you don't want to have them plugged in the wrong spot. So somebody said there's a photo, but where? Please see Discord. Okay. Entry belt routing. Okay. Okay, so here's the problem. This isn't my printer. This is a 235. I have a 330. So on mine, the print head is on this side, and this is the front. Versus this, where this is the front. So this isn't my printer. This is the 235. So even if this is the 330, which is the front? Is this still the front? Because this is the front on mine, but on this one, this is the front. Or is this the front? Because on mine, these belts that cross over are in the front. Which way is front? Exactly. So if I'm looking at it from the front, if I'm looking at my printer from the front, is it the X on the left or the X on the right? And then also, is it the 0 motors in the front and then the 1 in the back, or 1 in the front and Y in the back? I am confused. I am confusion. Welcome to the show. So like, that's the thing. Like, okay, if I'm standing at the front of my printer, is this X or is this X? And is this, if this is X, is this X0? And then this one back here, X1? Or is this X1 and this X0? So that's why you need if you're gonna call out, you know, especially a Core XY machine, because on a Voron, and also, they're not XY motors. Don't be calling them XY motors. They're not XY motors, they're AB motors in a Core XY. In the Core XY kinematics, you have an A motor and a B motor. There is no XY motor. So a lot of people call them XY motors because a lot of boards still, you know, they're labeled XY, ZZ, E, 1, 2, 3, whatever, right? But that shouldn't be. It should just be motor 0 to 7 or whatever. So you should have A1 and B1. Or you should have A1, B, B1. That is basically how it should be called out. There is no X and Y motor in a Core XY system. It's A and B. So anytime you have specific callouts on a multi-motor setup where you have, you know, this is your A motor, this is your B motor. Like, you tell me to plug in X here. Which one's X? I've got 4 motors and none of them are called out anywhere. So if I'm trying to follow it along so that when I put the config on here and it just works and I'm not having to troubleshoot, you know, why it's not mounting, because X and X1 are rotating opposite. So now instead of the tool head moving, it's going. So yeah. Yeah, I know Clipper calls it X and Y. I know it's, but yeah. Discord. Okay, that's just a link to the GitHub. That doesn't solve anything. VZBOT, build guide manual, all-wheel drive aluminum. What? Well, I'm on the GitHub, VZBOT 330, build guide, manual, all-wheel drive manual aluminum. Okay. So does this have it? More pages. Okay, but okay. Okay. This is what you need. This needs to be in the manual. In the docs manual we're following, this picture needs to be in there. Okay. So it's X1 in the front left. Okay. So yeah. So this means, and it's X, okay, oh yeah, yeah. So you got X1 here, and then X1 is opposite in the back. And then Y is here, and Y1 is the front. Okay. Is it further down the Mellow Kit page? I looked. Where was that diagram? Like what page? Because we looked through the gantry and we didn't see it. Print heads, exchange parts. Because the reason we're going through all this is they're working on making these stocks like bulletproof. So that's why we're trying to call out anytime we come across a thing. And this is a thing. Okay. So X. So I need X, which is my back right motor. So this is X. Okay. So back right is X, which is the first one, right? Yeah, so this is the first one. So this is X. Okay, so that's X. Okay. Next is X1, which is my front left motor. Okay, so front left, which is this one. At least this board isn't dumb. Yeah, see, this has it labeled drive 0 to drive 7. And there's only one socket per board, which, Big Tree Tech, you guys make good stuff, but on the Octopus, you still double up one of your drivers. Don't do that anymore. It's stupid. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nobody needs to do that. If you're putting an 8-stepper board in it, you're not building a printer that needs 8 drivers but still shares 2Z for the Z. Don't do that. It's dumb. Don't be doubling up headers anymore. It's stupid. It's outdated. Okay, and then we have Y, and Y is the back left. So tell me why is this one. Which is really annoying to plug in with all these other ones that are there, but make it work. And I will print a bunch of cable clips to organize all this. And then the last one is Y1, which is front right. Now the question is, why did I bother checking to make sure Y1 is the one that goes there and verify that? I just grabbed the last one that I haven't plugged in and plug it in. That is the right way, yes. But whenever you're doing something where you have a bunch of things that plug into a bunch of things in order, do not assume the last one you grab goes in the last slot. Check it like you did every other one, because I've had it happen where you have like 8 things that go into 8 things, but you mixed one up. And that last one, you plug it in and you actually have 2 mixed up because you thought, that last one's got to go here. No, always double check. So, this has got to be the last one, Y1. Okay, front right. Yep, okay. Okay, now we're good. Always verify. Takes 2 seconds to verify. Takes a lot less time to just, check it with your Mark 1 eyeball before proceeding than it does to troubleshoot why your printer don't work. Okay. We're plugging the drivers into here because they're remote. Oh wait, no. Don't they plug into here? Do I gotta break them out? Wait, how do they, okay, to be fair, I've never used external drivers. I thought this little jumper here brings that to that and the communications back and forth. So it still plugs into the board, right? Because according to this is where they go. They plug into the Super 8s. Yeah, because you're talking between these two, right? Yeah, it plugs in. Where's the wiring diagram? Or do they oh wait, they do plug in. Wait, what? Or do they plug into here? No, those plug in. These. Wait. That plugs in. Yeah, they plug into the Super. Yeah, Jeremy's like they plug into the Super 8. Yeah, because you got this cable, so it's like talks back and forth, right? They plug into the externals. They do. Well, what the heck's with this image? Why can't I zoom in? Why can't I zoom in anymore? Let me zoom in more. How do these plug in? So green plugs into there. Oh, it does plug into there. And it's right. There's pictures of this in the dock. Where in the dock? So we have that, we have that. We have the jumpers, we got that. We've got that. We got that. We got that. We got that. We got that. Oh, okay, wait. Plug. Okay, that's voltage. Okay, that's voltage. That's the CPAP. Okay, we got this picture, which doesn't really show me anything. Oh, here we go. Okay, 5160 motor. Okay, next up you're going to be wiring up the motors 5160s. You're going to be wiring okay, plug in the driver 6. They should be on your 5160. Again, measure the continuity of the motors on your first pair of B2 and B1. Okay, power in the Pi. Oh, okay. So it's the top 4. Okay, So we do have to plug, okay. So let me unplug this first one here, because this one goes into the top one. Okay. So that's gonna go into there. So I have to figure out which one's B1 and B2, A1 and A2. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Oh, that's gonna be fun. No wonder why Steve fried his. Why don't they have a connector? And of course, we're gonna have to put ferrules on all of these. And I dropped that. Okay. So it's ferruling time. So let's unplug these all. So let's cut these all to length and put ferrules on all these. I thought they talked back and forth. And I unplugged the wrong thing. Shoot. I unplugged everything. There we go. Okay. So you can stay up here. You stay up here out of the way for now. Okay. So this has got to come across. I'm going to have this come across and it's going to go to there. So I'm going to cut you right about there. And then I'm going to have to strip all of these. It's ferrule time. It is ferrule time. Does anyone know the color order? I'm hoping, I know I tell you, never trust the color, but I would really like if somebody told me which colors are what on these motors. I'm assuming all the yellow kits are the same, or the yellow kits, all the mellow kits are the same. So much fun. So while I'm crimping away here, if you haven't had the chance yet to enter to win some filament from Polymaker, link in the video description. Enter for your chance to win. Okay, which ones are smaller, white or gray? I don't know. White. Good thing they're all mixed together. New photo. New photo. Where? In the Discord, I'm assuming? Okay. So the problem with this pick is it barely shows anything. This pick is better. Okay. So black, green, red, blue. Black, green, red, blue. Okay. We're going to do black, green, red, blue. Are these LDO motors? Yeah, they're LDO motors. We should be good then. Yeah, black, green, red, blue. Black, green, red, blue. Black, green, red, blue. Black, green, red, blue. Blah, 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 blue. Blah, 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 blue. Luckily with motors, if you do them backwards, they don't short. They just don't work. So. Black, green, red, blue. Black, green, red, blue. Black, green, red, blue. Black, green, babu. Black, green, babu. Babi, babu. Babi, babu. Babi, babu. Oh. I don't know why it seems so dark in here. I got all my lights on. When will I do the giveaway? End of stream, like I always do. You can always find out the new people when they ask when the giveaway is. Hello, new people. If you haven't liked the smash button, like the smash button. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Patreon supporter, join the Discord, join the community, have some fun. Do the thing that the YouTube people tell you to do. I got a little flathead on this. I do. This should fit. Does this fit? It don't. Linus! What really sucks is this is on the opposite side of me, so I can't even make a good video. Like, I can't get a good camera angle for... Okay. So, black, green, red, blue. I can't can't see what I'm doing. I gotta go around to the other side. Oh, this is annoying. This printer's big. Okay. You guys get to watch the back of my head while I do this. I gotta undo these more. Black. Green. Red. I mean, on the bright side, I don't have to put microfits on all these to shorten the wires up. Blue. There we go. And then what I'll do is I'll wrap it all and have it behind here and it'll look all pretty and whatnot. Cool, one done. Okay, so now, what is the next one? The next one, I gotta find that stupid page on the manual now. Shoot, I went too far. I'm really hungry. What am I doing for dinner? What am I doing for dinner? Okay, X1. So X1 is the front right, or front left, which is this one. So this is X1. So this one, you're gonna come up. I'm gonna put something here, and you're gonna come up, and you're gonna go there, and I'm just gonna trim you right there. So this was back right, that's X, and then X1, right? X, X1. I'm always paranoid about checking documentation. X1 is the front, yeah. Okay. Lasagna for dinner. I did lasagna a couple weeks ago. Lasagna is good. The problem is lasagna is actually kind of expensive to make because you need quite a bit of hamburger. You need all the cheeses. The noodles ain't expensive, but it's a bunch of stuff that adds up pretty quick if you're making homemade lasagna. And I like making, like, if I'm making lasagna, I'm making like a hearty, meaty lasagna with cheese and meats and whatnot. Costco lasagna. I'd rather make my own. I do all the cooking, so I'd rather cook. Front right. That was front left. Wait. No, this is, yeah, this is back right. Yeah. Why you confuse me? So X is this one. This is back. Yeah, this is back. Yeah, this is back. See, even this one, there should be a front labeled here. So X is back right, and now we're doing front left. Takes 2 seconds just to put a little label on a diagram, just to prevent confusion. Because when you got like three different tabs open here, you got this tab, and then I also look at this tab, and then I'm looking at this tab. It's easy to go, oh shit. So, yeah, I have front left. This is front left. Like that's the thing. It's especially when you're dealing with multiple different, like cross-referencing multiple different docs. because you don't know what level everyone's at. You have to assume, you know, you kind of have to assume lowest common denominator sometimes, unfortunately. Like you have to assume not everyone knows exactly what you're seeing, and they're interpreting the exact same way you would. Or just, you know, you have to assume buddies, you know, been working at this for 10 hours straight and it's 2 in the morning and they just want to get the wiring done before they go to bed. And they're a little tired and they're just, you know, it's easy for them to get something mixed up. There's a reason Voron docks take months to put together. Like your average Voron dock takes months to put together for, okay, so now we need Y, and Y is this one. So tell me why. Hey, I'm gonna have enough wire that I won't need more wire to do the Z. No one working on the docks into it. That's the thing, nobody wants to work on docks. We're kind of lucky on the Voron team. We have a few people that do it. But like everyone just wants to design something and put it out the door, and then when it's out, hey, it's out. What about the docks? You'll figure it out. You know, I'm done here. I'm designing other things. I think we're just gonna get the motors wired up and we might call it because it's getting to 414. And I kind of want to have my ferrules, or not my ferrules, my Wagos and whatnot before I get to the electronics for the mains and whatnot. Plus I think the wifey's home with the little guy from school. So I think we're just gonna get these motors installed, and I think that'll be a good place to call it. And then Friday, the live stream Friday, we're gonna be in the basement and we are gonna be faffing about with the Polymaker original, trying to do speed benchies. So on Friday, we're gonna try and do the slowest speed benchies in the world on Friday. Because why not? Let's have some fun. And now I gotta come all the way over here. You can see the back of my head while I screw these in. Camera angles for wiring is always shitty. I'm sorry. I do what I can. At least we get this. At least this one works. No, only one goes in the hole. This isn't a party. There we go. Green. Trying to keep these bundled tight for appearances, so that's why they're kind of a pain. There we go. There we go. Okay, and then the last one is that one. Oh, hey Vez. Hi, everyone say hi to Vez. Okay. I'm super thankful, willing to sit through this pain. This isn't too bad. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you want painful. You want painful, okay. I could tell you painful printing, okay. Let me strip these. I'm gonna show you, you know, why I don't find this bad. I'm over exaggerating certain aspects. I'm playing up the whole being lost at certain points for the camera. But like, let's be honest, I'm wiring up a printer. I don't need a manual for this, okay? I could figure this all out on my own, right? I can just pin out diagram and, you know, I can do this on my own. I don't need the docs. I'm following the docs because there's pre-made configs, there's a kit, there'll be people building this printer that haven't built a printer before. So I'm trying to be as, you know, follow, you know, what anyone would do. But I don't need a manual to do this. It's wiring up a printer. This is something I've done dozens of times by now. But if you want fun, this is, you know, ready? This is fun. Not the Apple. Voron design. Okay, you ready? Okay, so this is what you do. If you want to experience fun printer building, GitHub. Voron 2.0. Okay. Notice how we have a section here for firmware, which is Duet and Marlin. Clipper didn't exist back then. Actually, they did update a Clipper version. Nice. There's no step for the printer. There's a step for the extruder. Ooh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, so this is Voron 2.0. Okay, so you got the firmware. So at the time it was either Marlin or Duet. The Fusion was the extruder in the bed. Okay, the PCB was the expansion bridge. The step file was the extruder itself, and then you had a folder of STLs. Okay, so go to the Voron Discord. Download a folder of unsorted STL. Actually, it was sorted, okay? And then you go on YouTube. On V2.0. I can't remember what the actual video. I think it was just called V2. No, I would say that's the problem we're gonna find. I gotta find Max. Where's Max? Max. I gotta find it. Where is it? There we go. And then you go on Discord or YouTube, and then you watch V2 interlude, okay? And then you watch this 1 minute and 45-second video. It's got some music. It's copyrighted. I'm muting it. Okay. So download that file of STLs. Okay. It's got music playing. It's all timed to music. Watch this video. This was Max's demo video of the V2. Okay, well, look at those original front idlers, or Z idlers, the original unsupported XY joints, the original fat tool head. Yeah, so watch that video, okay? Cool, build a printer now. What's a BOM? The site would tell you how big of a frame you needed. It would tell you the size of the extrusions you would need. The bed told you how big the bed was. The STLs were just STLs. There was no BOM, there was no Fusion, there was no step files, there was no CAD. That was it. And several people built printers that way. I was lucky. When I started my V2 build, there was a community Google Doc that had a community BOM figured out by then. And then a bunch of pictures. Why no CAD? Because the CAD was never released. The CAD for V2 was never released. It just wasn't. Because at the time, it just wasn't. And then the kind of thinking for Voron at the time was that it would be kind of like Polymaker, where it was open source, but the actual CAD would be released at a later date. Because the way Polymaker works, or worked at the time, the printer was open source, but they would open source the actual CAD a year after the product was released, okay? Because here's the thing with open source. You actually have control when you actually release the source, if you created it yourself, for a lot of stuff. So if it's a derivative, you have to release the source by like right away. But if you design something from scratch, and I like if I came up with something and I say, hey, I'm gonna release the CAD at some point. You're free to do whatever with the STLs, but I'll release the CAD on my own accord at a later date. I'm under no obligation to release the CAD right away. So anyways, that was kind of the thing to keep like Voron from diving down the whole hypercube thing, because of how many different variations of the hypercube and how fractured that ecosystem was. The idea at the time was to kind of keep Voron, you know, build it as it is. That was the point of Voron at the time. That obviously that's changed. Some of the big proponents of that are no longer on the team anymore. But that was kind of the thinking at the time, was to try and keep a curated open source printer. So that's all you had. If you built anyone who built a V2, that's all you had. By the end, like I have V226. The manual, there was no manual. There was a bunch of images on a Google Doc. I wish somebody had the link to the Google Doc still, just to show you. There was like pictures of some of the assemblies, and there was a community bomb where somebody figured out the screws. That was pretty much it. It was, here you go. It was literally the whole, okay, draw a circle, now draw the rest of the owl. That's how it was back then. V2.1 was the first one with an actual manual. Although, to be fair, like the V1 series had manuals. V1.0 had a full manual, and then V1.2 and V1.5 had like amendum manuals. So they had like, you know, the different, like how to put together the different parts, like what's new in V2.1 type thing. So. But yeah, lots changed in 5 years. But also the community was way smaller back then. So anytime if you feel bad about your docs, you're like, oh, I don't, you know, my docs are lacking. They could always be worse, and it takes time. It takes time to develop good docs and whatnot. So don't be too hard on yourself. What's the blue thing under the washer? It's a CNC machine. I gotta set all this back up. I gotta do some resin printing. Okay, so that's that. So we can plug the extruder back in, because we know where that's going. So the extruder goes down here. Actually, we're gonna go on this side. It's gonna come down here, and it plugs into the bottom one. I don't know why, but it does. Personally, I would switch them around, but that's not me. And now we need to do the Z motor. Vorons put the bar so high, people expect nothing the best in terms of dock. I mean, you know, a rising tide raises all ships. I'm a big fan of that motto. This ain't gonna work because this needs to be the motor side. Shit. Okay, never mind. I won't be using the leftover pieces. I gotta go borrow some wiring from downstairs for the Z motor. So I think we're gonna call it there. I could plug the hot end in. Where's the hot end go? You know what? I'll leave all that for later. I gotta get the zip ties and everything. So I think we'll do the draw at 4:30. Yeah, we'll do the draw at 4:30. So enter the draw below, link in the description, enter. Do this now. We're gonna do the draw at 4:30 and we'll wrap it all up. I'll spin this so you can kind of see where we're at. Yeah. I'm gonna print a whole bunch of those little zip tie things because I got double set. I finally got a bunch of VHB tape. So unless I have some in my old work toolbox that I can have some in here. I do. Yeah. How much do I have in my old? Oh, I've got a bunch in my old work toolbox. Heck yeah. I got a few. Cool. totally didn't steal these. These guys, these little snap on or stick on. I'll flip it underneath. I'll do the underneath and then I'll do the rest. So I'll print a bunch of those. You can print these and just put VHB tape on them and you're good to go. So yeah. So again, Friday we'll be downstairs. We'll be faffing about with an Polymaker for Print and Chill Friday. And then we'll carry on with the gantry for Tallboy on Saturday, but we're gonna start the stream by gutting it because we're gonna have to take out the control board. We're gonna have to take out the Pi. We're gonna have to take out all the wiring because originally we are gonna reuse it, but Victory Tech is hooking us up with some new stuff, including CAN bus. So yeah, so we'll be doing that. Yeah, don't forget to like the smash button. And then also while you're down there entering for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, check out the links in the description, Polymaker as well, affiliate links. They don't cost anything extra, go a long way in supporting the channel. And then if you do want to help support the channel, the content I create, things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, gifting memberships to others. We will be doing it'll be next week. So next week, either Wednesday or Thursday, will be the monthly community live stream. Every month we do a live stream that is just for members of the channel and Patreon supporters. Usually it's a couple hours, just shooting the shit. Very unscripted, non-stuff. It's usually stuff we won't normally do on stream because I don't like gatekeeping content behind a paywall, but I do want to do something extra for those that support the channel. So since the little guy's in school, hey, we might make a gaming day out of it or something. We'll figure something out. Will I build an annex machine? Yeah, there's a company, I won't say the company just because I don't have it yet, but there is a vendor working on getting a kit, and once they have a kit, I will build it. Simple as that. So I'm not going to self-source. I'm well past the point where I'd be I'm not self-sourcing printer builds anymore. I'm way past that list. I'm past that time. Let me join my. Baldur's Gate is a single player game for me. Because no. Plus, I've got I'm playing 3 characters right now, because I'm playing the Eve. I've got my Dirge, my Dark Urge character, and it's like I need to not play that for too long because I feel so bad, because it's like all these people that I've put hundreds of hours into the game, and I like these characters. Yeah, I'm just killing them all in very horrific ways, and it's like, oh, I feel bad. Okay, I want to go back to my good character. The CFG files no needs to be allows 10K excels. Well, that's an easy fix. In my opinion, okay, I know some of y'all are speed demons and whatnot. Default configs for a printer should be should be conservative, okay? Yeah, if you're building a printer, if you're giving out configs for especially a custom DIY machine, your default configs should be conservative. Because you don't know how well Buddy built that printer, and it going right, straight YOLO speeds could be a problem. So 10K is conservative now. In a high speed Core XY, 10K is conservative for travels, at least. For travels, your printer should be doing travels as fast as that machine can go, because you're not laying down plastic. You should be doing your travel moves as fast as your printer could go without losing steps reliably, because it's a travel. You are not putting down plastic during a travel. Who cares about acceleration and whatever? If your printer could do 20K excels on travels, do 20K excels on travels, because you're not putting down plastic. If you got to drop it down to 5K excels for outer walls to make them look good, do it. But travels, crank that excel. Infill, you should be running as infill at the point your extruder starts under extruding. You literally over extrude your infill. So if you've got a 0.4 nozzle, extrude your infill at 0.7. or 0.6, whatever. Over extrude your infill and run it as fast as your hot end can flow. That way, if it does under extrude a little bit, you're still overflowing, okay? It'll give you a stronger extrusion. Plus, extrusion for infill is a percentage. So if you want 10% infill, or this is more for higher strength parts, okay? If you tell it, hey, I need 40% infill if we're on part spec, right? 40% infill for ABS parts. That means it takes the XY diameter of that slice, okay, the XY volume of that slice, and 40% of that will be filled with filament. So if you're printing with a 0.4 millimeter nozzle and you're printing with a 0.8 millimeter nozzle, it's different amounts of lines, okay? Because it's a percentage thing, right? It's not like, oh, it'll do a line every X distance. No, it's like, it's how many lines do I need to get 40% of this volume filled. So if you print with a 0.4 millimeter nozzle, which most of us do, if you do your infill at, I do 0.65 to 0.7. I overflow my infill and then I run my hot end to the point where I start under extruding. So it's basically at its limit. It's going as fast as it can. So it'll under extrude a little bit, but it's still over 0.4. You do less lines of infill, and less lines of infill means faster printing, because you're doing a ton at 40% infill. That's a lot of infill every layer. So if you don't have to do as many lines, you get thicker lines and you get the same strength pretty much, but the print is faster. So because you're doing less travel moves. So that's a tip to try and save time when you're doing full plates of parts at high density infill. Over extrude your infill because you will do less motion. The machine will do less movement, because you're still getting the same percentage of infill through that volume, but instead of a bunch of thinner lines, you're doing fewer thicker lines. So need CNC kit. We've tested it. That's something we've like tested to hell and back with the Voron PIF program. Like there's a reason like the Docs Profiles has that. I can show you like literally right now. Watch. Yeah, we're gonna do the giveaway right after this. Okay, so let's okay. Remind me tomorrow. Okay, cool. Okay, so cancel. Okay, so add shape, cylinder. Okay, so 40% infill. Okay, slice now. Okay, so at 40% infill, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lines. 13 lines across, 40% infill, 48 minutes of print time. Okay, ooh, wrong thing. Okay, so, do I not have the overlay? There's the overlay. Okay, so 13 lines across, 48-minute print time. Okay, 40% infill. Print settings. Where is it under advanced? Okay, so this is at 0.45 infill. If we run infill at 0.7 millimeters, okay, we're over extruding our infill. Okay, we've saved 2 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines of infill. There's still the same amount of plastic in here. There is still the same amount of plastic inside the part, but now you have less thinner lines and you have more thicker lines. You save a little bit of time. Now this is one part. Imagine you were printing a whole plate of this part. So this is one part. Imagine you were printing, 20 of them. That's 40 minutes of print time saved. Minimum layer time. What is the flow rate? Let's see. What is the max flow rate here set to? Also, it depends on your flow rate too. Cooling. Where's the max flow rate in here? I've been using Orca Slicer a lot. Minimum purge. Loading speed. Where is flow rate? Where's flow rate? Flow rate. So that is, yeah, we're still not even hitting flow rate cap. Yeah, this is at the same speed. This is unchanged. We're extruding at like what, 4 millimeters cubed a second. So we're not even hitting flow rate cap here. Yeah, this isn't even flow rate capped. This is literally using the exact same 0.2 millimeter quality settings on a Prusa Mark IV. So if you were printing, 0.2 speed. Okay, so let's see, 0.2 speed. Okay, so we're gonna transfer those over. Okay, so discard. Okay, so 0.2 speed. 40% infill. Okay. Okay, 48 minutes. Okay. Go over here, advanced, infill. Change that from 0.7, or 0.45 to 0.7. Slice now. Yeah, still 2 minutes. You're not saving a ton of time. You're not saving a ton of time, but your infill is going to be stronger because you're going to have thicker lines, right? The bigger nozzle you use and the less layer lines you use, the stronger your print will be, because your print will always be stronger along the single extrusion strand on the XY axis, right? Prints are weakest when they're printed, you know, you have this print here, okay? This was printed like this. This right here will snap easier than this part right here. Even though this is thicker, this is relying on layer adhesion, whereas this is relying on the actual material strength of that like bead of plastic times however many walls and infill, right? Prints are weakest along, it's like grain in wood, right? It's weakest along the grain. Prints have grain. Prints are like onions. So when you are printing a full plate of Voron parts, or any sort of production run with high infill, over extrude your infill. It is a free time save. It is a free time save, simple as that. And again, you should be running your print for infill as fast as your hot end can extrude reliably, because who cares how it looks? It's infill, it's inside the print. As long as it's not under extruded and you get a weaker print, who cares if it's got acceleration ripples? Who cares? It's infill. Drop your accels through the outer wall, make it look nice, and then save time on the inside and over extrude your infill. It saves up. And again, that's on one. If you're printing a whole plate of this, there you go. I saved you 45 minutes on a full plate of those. And it didn't cost you anything extra. So, yeah. Okay, let's do a giveaway. Name. So every stream, we do give away a spool of Polymaker filament. And this is a stream, so we're giving away a spool of Polymaker filament. If you missed your chance, you will have another chance on Friday. Same bat time, same bat channel, 2 p.m. Eastern. But we will be doing high-speed benchies on an Polymaker original that's made out of wood. So that's gonna be fun. Gonna have to crank that hot end to melt that 3mm filament. And I do have some red PLA that we'll be using because it's high speed. There you go. Please try to max it out. Load up your slicer and try it. Try your printer. I'm just using, I didn't change any speeds and feeds because I just wanted to show, like we were talking about extrusion width. So that's the only variable I changed, just to show changing extrusion width does speed up your print. And now I'm waiting for somebody to make a YouTube video showing that feature they just figured out. Okay, so what are we? We're on part 6. Somebody give me a number between 6 and 12, because why not? 6 and 12. 6 and 12. Everyone spam chat with a number 2. Not the number 2, because that's not between 6 and 12. 3 for VZ330. That works. Wait, no, I can't. That's not between 6 and 12. Jeremy, you screwed it up. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Oh, we got the lucky line. One of these days, the lucky line person will win, because it's an oddball color. One day, this person will win. But today it's SB. Oh God, I'm gonna have to find that person, and I'm gonna get a million hits on SB. Ah, shoot. Okay, bloody hell. 1 second. Really? Okay, where's that? There's a lot of people with SBs. Okay, there we go. Found it. Okay. Found it. Because it's SB, right? So I control FSB, and everyone who has SB in their name, and there's 500 something of you entered. Okay, there we go. We're good. Congratulations, SB. You won yourself a spool of Polymaker filament. You'll get a email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. So congrats. Carbon drive gates is a good for belt test. What? 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 Oh. What was the answer to the math question? A number. Okay, so we're gonna call it there. So yeah, so again, shout out to print3dshop.org. Link for them in the video description. They're the ones that were kind enough to send me this mellow kit for testing and evaluation and to build. It's coming along pretty good. The electronics are taking a little bit longer than I would like, but I'd rather take the time to go through the documentation and help improve them than just speed rush building a printer, because, you know, also it's free content. So yeah, so we're getting there. I will get some Velcro straps to make that look neater. I have some, I gotta find them. I don't know where they're at, but I gotta find them. And then I'll print a bunch of clips. I'll get hopefully the Wagos show up. They're supposed to show up today. I guess they might still show up today. And then we'll move on to mains and voltage electronics. So I don't think we'll get movement on this next week, but we should get it to the point where the next stream is firmware movement. So hopefully all goes well there. Hopefully I don't run into the issue Steve had where his drivers didn't work. So yeah. What are we doing in the giveaway? Monkey Butler Lab. We're doing it Friday on the next stream. So we're gonna call it there. Also shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for them and more in the video description. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra, go a long way in supporting the channel. And for those, and lastly, for those that donate to the channel, became members of the channel, or gifted memberships to others, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. Don't forget, community contest is live on the Discord. It's a short notice one for this month, but it's an easy one to enter. Just show your printing setup. Read the rules and descriptions in the Discord, link in the description, join it. And I will see you on Friday for some wooden printer shenanigans. So bye, enjoy the rest of your week. See you on Friday.